Welcome to another episode of I Shake My Head with Lisa and Sam.
Hello, friends of the podcast.
Hello, everyone.
Why always such a pause, Samantha? Like you're just not quite sure if you're going to spit it out and say, hello, Lisa. Do you know what it is, friends of the podcast? It's because we've been sparring already. We take the gloves off.
I wasn't saying hello to you. I was saying hello to our audience.
I know,
who are
right?
much nicer than you are.
Oh, ouch.
Oh, boom. Yeah.
Boom shakalaka.
Boom right? Shakalaka.
That's the best you got? That's the best? That's you bringing it? You bringing the heat?
I'm not bringing anything.
Was that what that was?
No.
A little like what? Like you can't do like a nice greeting or a salutation?
To you?
Yes, to me. Yes, please.
No.
Really? Say you were sending me a message. What would you write? Would it be nice?
Dear Lisa, shut up. Signed Sam.
Signed Sam. Well, it's funny that you say that, right? Because I was reading an article the other day about, and by reading an article, I don't mean in a book.
I think they understand it was on your phone on a website.
Yes, right? Because this is my reasoning now, right? Back in the day, we had to read articles from a book. Now we don't have to.
Right.
Doesn't mean we're still not reading. We're just not doing it in said book shape.
Thank you for the clarification, Lisa. Yeah. We all are so much better for that.
I'm just saying, right? Because people who aren't reading a physical book, we shouldn't have to walk around feeling bad.
Oh my God.
Because
you
of you
are the
book
only
snobs.
one who gives a shit and is hung up about this.
I feel that that's not true.
Well, because I always just like to poke fun the fact that you don't read.
Right, exactly. And I do read, actually. I read quite well, thank you. I just prefer to read on a handheld device as opposed to in a book that opens up. Anyway,
yes.
I was reading an article. Can I go back to my article?
Oh my God. Oh. Circle it back.
Circling it back. Circling it back. Circling it back. Caw.
How did we get lost? That's how we got lost.
That's how we got lost. That's how we lose our train of thought, just like that. Okay, so I was reading an article, and it was about how people address the emails and the letters that they send.
How they sign off.
How they sign off. So it's like greetings and salutations was what it was about. And it got me thinking, like remember how quite a while ago, remember we had that conversation where we thought if you add FYI, that's not a good thing?
No, because it's for your information.
Right, because now in the world of I read it on a screen, all of a sudden, now that we read things from a screen, we read things with different attitude, right?
The sound of the person in your head, they got a toot, they're mad, they're pissed. Like, right. There's so many levels of emotion in a word that says FYI.
Right. But in the good old days, when it was just pen to paper, that attitude never came through. Right?
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure we didn't worry about things like that.
Well,
so my question to you, Samantha, we've already decided FYI is
not good.
A slippery slope, right? Yeah. What about when you're ending something? How do you end said email to, I don't know, somebody you work with, for example?
Best wishes, kindest regards.
Oh my God, you put that?
No, I say thank you.
Right? Because
or kindest regards or regards. Like it really, you kind of have to, whatever you're writing, you kind of, that's how you end it.
I have never, ever, and two more evers, ever, one more for good measure, ever used kindest regards, ever.
Okay.
Who am I writing where I'm saying kindest regards?
I don't know. Sometimes it's just nice. It sounds fancy.
Does it sound like fancy, fake cigarette smoke?
Fake cigarette smoke.
Fancy?
Yep.
I don't know. It just, to me, like kindest regards. Like, what does that even mean, kindest regards?
Kindest regards. Thank you for reading. I appreciate
Thank you. For reading.
Yes.
I appreciate you.
Yes.
Heart emoji, smiley face, right?
Well, or you could just be like, Lisa, and not say anything. And then that just seems so abrupt.
Sometimes if I send an email from work and if I'm not careful, because it has like on the bottom of my email, it has like, you know, like my name, my position, right? Sometimes I forget that I shouldn't just leave it at that because it seems abrupt, right? Just like, it's like I didn't sign off. I didn't say a goodbye. Right? So a couple of the phrases that this article was suggesting, if you really want to make it like an uplifting type of experience for the person, I guess a kind regards would be one. Some people use toodles.
Oh my goodness, that is so inappropriate.
People have brought toodles back.
No, toodles should never be that.
You don't think so?
No.
Why?
No. Toodles?
Why can't you bring back a toodles?
Toodles sounds horrible.
Toodles? What about toodaloo?
What are you? 5 or English? What are you?
I don't know. What about toodaloo?
No.
Toodaloo worse than toodles?
Yes.
I kind of was thinking I liked toodles, actually.
No, don't you dare. Don't ever sign any of your emails toodles.
No, not
I'll be
toodles.
like, Lisa, did you just have a stroke? That's what I would think.
What about smiles?
Okay, why would you ever end an email smiles? Like, that seems wrong.
Who would ever do that, right? That was in the list of words that people do to make it a cheery, uplifting experience. Smiles.
No.
Right? No. Seems wrong, hey?
Yes.
Like, I couldn't do that. I couldn't take smiles very seriously.
I wouldn't even know what to do with that.
I wouldn't even know what to do that. You know what? It actually gives me a little bit of inner rage. Because I'm like, hi, why? What is this smiles?
What does smiles mean? Like,
what does smiles
you should
mean?
smile?
Who smile? You are smiling?
Yeah. Or I'm smiling at you. Smiles.
What is that?
It seems fake.
It seems very like...
It seems fake.
Like bubble gum, right? Like... Right?
Tootsie Pops!
Tootsie Pops and bubble gum and... I don't know, the 1950s poodle skirts.
Smiles. Like,
smiles.
That's not professional.
It's not professional.
No. And even if you, like, if you were just sending like an email to a friend, like you're catching up, are you ending it with smiles? Like,
I'm probably ending it with later.
Later, Gator.
Later. No, you're going to add the Gator. I'm not going to ever add Gator either.
Or would it be chat soon?
Yeah, talk to you later. What is it? TTY or whatever that is. What do all the cool kids say?
Oh my God, I can't do any more acronyms.
TTYL, talk to you later.
Talk to you, is that it? TTYL?
I think so.
Yes,
right?
I think that's it.
Right? Like, maybe, I don't know, if it's just like a work one, I'm hesitant of thanks because I think thanks can get misinterpreted.
Right. If it's thanks with an exclamation mark, thanks, like, I'm so appreciative. This is great.
Right. Like, that's okay.
If it's just thanks.
Yeah, then thanks, that seems a lot like an FYI, right? Which then, as we know, leads to a DFC, which then leads to nothing good.
Nothing good.
In terms of a greeting and a salutation.
Yes.
Right? I think I'm a thank you. I'm just a thank you.
Yes.
Yeah. That's where I lay. That's where I lay my hat at thank you.
All right.
You can be kindest regards. That seems too fancy for me.
No, I don't use that. I just say thank you.
If it's at Christmas, I might say best wishes.
Oh, that's lovely. Best wishes is nice.
That seems festive, right?
It does seem festive.
Seems festive. Like best wishes only or maybe if I'm like if somebody's sick, best wishes.
Yeah. You know. If only you watched Schitt's Creek, because then you would understand best wishes, kindest regards.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't get it.
Yeah, that was part of the show. It's funny.
But I don't know. I think the one that stuck out the most with me was just smiles. And I'm like, who the hell would do smiles?
It's hard to say who would do smiles.
Why would there be a smiles? Why would there be a smiles?
What are you saying? What are you trying to
say? Right? Like that would stump me for hours. I'd just be like smiles. In my mind, like smiles. Like okay, even take the S off and just make it smile. Okay, that makes more sense than smiles.
No, because then that means like...
Oh, you think I'm cranky?
You need to smile.
Put a smile. Don't tell me when I smile. I bring up my smiles when I bring up my smiles.
Right.
Yeah, don't put smiles in a message to me. Don't tell me I need to... No, I'll let you know when I'm smiling. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Right? Okay. I just need to get that off my chest because I just thought it was such a bizarre article because things have changed so much, they say.
They have. They
Yeah,
have.
they have. They have. How you doing, Samantha?
Lovely. Just
Good,
lovely.
good, good.
Lovely.
Had to jump right into that.
Yes. Well, last week was an interesting week. My sister came down for Easter, her and her husband.
Yes, that was
And
nice.
then I found out John got COVID.
Okay, you know what? Let's be honest. Let's in true John fashion, let's call a spade a spade. Dude's been wanting the COVID, I think. He's been looking for COVID.
I don't know if he's been wanting the COVID.
think...
He has predicted that he had COVID 5 different times.
Right?
5 different times.
The big guy likes to...
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say to that. You know what? Here's the thing with Dear John. Dear John, you got the COVID. And you survived, and that's yay, right?
Yes.
That's good. So what does that do with all of his mystery theories, right? Because he's like a down the rabbit hole.
No, he still has his theories.
He still believes all of his conspiracy theories.
He's fully ensconced in his theories.
Like, can't just go with science now, right?
It really just plays into his hypochondriac sort of
right. I
state
forgot.
of mind.
He is a hypochondriac. Yes. I forgot about that.
Honestly, I think he likes to know all these different conspiracy theories so that he's like ahead of the curve.
so he can predict what he will have next. Right? He will have COVID induced by snake venom. Right?
That's the new theory on the block is I guess it's going around is that they've put 2 types of snake venom in this virus that everyone's getting, and that's why we can all catch it or something. I don't know. Interesting theory.
Apparently interesting theory. All of and then that's another whole thing, right? All the weird conspiracy theories that people seem to think, right? Like, so many people think that, like, can't we just say that it's what they say it is? Can't we just be okay with that?
I don't even know what it is.
Well, it's hard to say
what
anymore,
it is,
right?
But snake venom was a new one, and I was just like, what kind of snake?
What kind of snake, right?
Apparently it's a king cobra and some snake that you find in China, because of course you would need to do that.
Let's just break this down for a moment, shall we? Let's just think of how many king cobras would we have to squeeze to get that venom from?
It's apparently in this theory, it's synthetic.
Oh, you can make snake venom, can you?
I don't know. Why are you asking me? I don't know.
I just thought maybe he had shared this with you.
I don't know. No. I don't know. You know what?
Mind you, I have a feeling you shut down that conversation really quickly.
I was a little bit dumbfounded after snake venom, so I was just like, "Okay, all right, got it,
all right."
But the good news is that he's feeling much better.
Good, right? So hallelujah, science.
Yeah, hallelujah, science.
Hallelujah, doctors. And probably doing all the things that they've said since the beginning, right? Just take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Drink plenty of liquids. Get your fluids.
Yeah. And you know what? I was talking to somebody else who had COVID recently, and they said you feel extreme fatigue and brain fog.
Yeah.
Like that, and then a really like heavy nasal sinus kind of head cold kind of type thing. Well, like which is exactly what John had.
Yeah. Like when the HHG went down, remember? Like, boy, she sounded rough.
Oh yeah, that's right.
She sounded rough, right? Like that was so horrible. Like nothing worse than when the HHG goes down, right? But boy, that sounded good. I'm glad that he's doing better.
Yes.
I think you know what, I do have a little bit of chuckle at his expense, because I just think it's funny that the man who was so like staunch in his COVIDness caught the COVID.
Well, I think eventually everyone's going to get COVID,
well,
but
probably, right? The only difference is that we're all anticipating it because we've heard that this is our lot, right?
I don't think he actually didn't think he was ever going to get it, but
I bet you he thinks he's invincible.
It's very possible,
right? He probably now thinks like, put a cape on that boy and watch him go, right? I bet.
I think that's what people think though. I guess it's been proven that you can get COVID twice, eh?
Lots of people are getting it twice.
Yeah, because the antibodies don't last forever.
That's the whole, they say that that's why we have to keep getting the vaccinations, right? Because it only lasts for so long.
Get your booster.
John.
Everybody,
right? And then guess what? Get another vaccination just for good measure.
Yeah.
Right? I'm like team vaccinate, I tell you.
I know. I think everyone should just do whatever they feel and whatever they feel is good for them.
Right. And we're just poking a bit of fun. I'm glad.
Yes, we are.
Of course, we're glad that he's healthy and didn't get the worst case scenarios.
But he did remind me that, because I told him, we'll talk about you. And he's like, okay. I'm a hypochondriac, right? Like, that would be the funny part.
He's a hypochondriac. He's a total hypochondriac. It's funny, right? He's like a big baby. He's a little bit like a big baby that way, right?
Someone around him sniffles. The next day, he's like,
he's got the cold and it's worse than the next guy and all of that, right?
Yeah.
So
he knows that about himself. So
that's too funny. Well, I'm glad that he's doing better. So tell me about this plant. You sent me a message saying that you're a mom.
I'm a plant mom now.
Well, I feel that you're copying me because I became a plant mom.
When?
In December, when I went to my Christmas party and made plants.
Okay, but is yours still alive?
Yeah, it's a succulent, so you don't have to do... It's March. I just finished watering it in March. Right.
Well, I have a succulent now, too.
Yeah.
And it's just a baby one.
Because did you get it from the same place?
Yes, I got it from Solar Gardens.
Right.
Very cool place. There was lots of fun stuff there.
Lots of neat stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I went in there and we were looking around and my sister was like, ooh, ooh. We were like, ooh, ooh. And I'm like, oh, I think I want a plant. She looked at me and I'm like, I know I don't keep things alive. She's like, really? Do you need a plant? I'm like, I don't know. I might need a plant. And then,
you don't even have to care for those succulents.
No,
they don't want your love.
They don't want your love.
They don't want your love.
But then it almost stopped me when she said, well, when it grows, you're going to have to replant it. I'm sorry. I have to what?
No, that's when you just throw it away. That's when we're just done with it. It's run its course. I'm going to buy a new one.
But the beauty of it is, she looked at me, straight face. She goes, just go to mom.
Right? I'm never replanting mine. I'm just going to throw it away.
No, I will replant mine, but I will need the assistance of my mother.
I don't care enough about mine. Mine just sits on the table. It's fine. Right.
Oh my God.
Gets watered once every 3 months like they told me.
Yes.
And that's it. No love. It gets nothing from me. I give it nothing.
It's perfect.
It's perfect. It asks for nothing and I give it nothing back. It's a very good relationship, actually.
It is quite a good. It looks good. It doesn't need anything from you.
It feels healthy. It feels very healthy, right? Now just think, right? Had babies been like that, we may have had babies in our future. We may have had babies. If God had just made babies like succulents, you and I may have become moms. I don't know. Right? Because guess what? Yes, I could have fed and watered it once every 3 months. And turned it so it saw the sun. I could do that once every 3 months, right?
Oh my God.
So I think
that's it.
Right? So it's not our fault we don't have babies. That's the good Lord's fault. He wasn't thinking. He wasn't thinking, right? You give those two babies, you give those two a baby like a succulent, they'll be fine.
Yeah.
Right? And obviously you'd be a better mom because you'd give your baby to your mom. I'm saying I'm throwing mine away and getting another one. So I still have some opportunity for improvement there.
You do have some opportunity, yes.
Right? I can still do a little bit better, Samantha.
Yeah, I think so.
That's
oh my
so
God.
funny.
We are horrible people.
We're horrible people. Okay, and don't add us. Right? We're never going to harm babies. That's why we didn't have them.
They're lovely, and we've always known they're better with other people.
Girl from my work was showing me pictures of her like little nephews and nieces from Easter. Oh, aren't they? I'm not even looking at the pictures. I'm like doing something else. I was like,
Oh my God.
I'm like, I'm glad that they're cute and healthy. That's good.
Yes.
Good. But just show me one picture, right? Why are you still showing me pictures?
Right.
I don't get that. Right? Just one picture's good. That's plenty. I get the gist, right? Blue hair, blonde eyes, blah blah blah. He done. We're good.
Yeah.
We're good. So
okay, so
you almost ruined our friendship.
I did not.
You almost wrecked
And
our
then I
friendship.
bought you off like the person that you are.
I'm cheap. I'm like a cheap hoe. Right?
I bought back your affection.
I am like a piece of used furniture. Right? I am cheap. I was mad, right? I said what did I say to you? I said, this is our last time spending the day together. So enjoy it, because this is it.
It was, and then I looked at you and I'm like, calm down.
I'm like, right? I'm like, this is it, right? We kind of met face to face in the parking lot, and I'm like, this is it. This is our last day that we're ever spending together. Right? And I was meaning it too.
And then I said, I'll buy breakfast.
And then I forgave you. And what did I say? That's fine. I'm ordering everything.
And you did.
I did. I didn't even eat hardly anything.
No, you did not.
But I'll take it.
You had to have French toast. You had to have eggs. You had to have pancakes.
Yeah, I needed everything that would consist of a breakfast. I would like, please.
Yes, and you got it all.
I did, and ate none of it.
And ate zero of it.
Yeah, Apparently my eyes weren't as big as my stomach.
Yes, but then I think the buyback was also that I had to pay for your parking.
Yeah, you had to pay for my parking, right? Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm like, we're not done here. We're not done here. And you should be thankful I didn't need a lunch.
I know.
Right? The funny thing is, though, here's the funny thing, right? Is that it was what your excuse was.
It was my alarm.
Yeah, you said that you slept through your alarm. And then I said to you, interesting, because if today was a work day, would you have slept through it? And what'd you say?
Probably not.
Probably not, right? But because it's just a day to go and hang out with your friend, I DFC'd. I didn't fucking care.
And this is why I had to pay the penalty.
Right? This is why one must pay. Right? Because my time is valuable too. When you send me a message, Samantha, 10 to 9 saying,
oh, we're going to air all the dirty laundry, are we?
Saying, yeah, might as well. Saying, I'm not going to be there for 9, and I can't respond back. Why? Because I'm en route to where I'm supposed to be at 9.
There. Yeah.
I'm like, that's fine. I'll just be waiting in my car.
Oh, yes. And you were justifiably angry.
I was angry.
And then we laughed hysterically.
Right? I sat and stewed for a bit.
It was funny.
Right?
It was funny.
God, like what gets you out of bed in the morning? I don't get that.
It's hard
I don't
to
get
say.
that. Right?
Nothing.
Nobody. Makes no sense, right? You know what? That just goes on to my whole thing about I don't get the snooze button. If I ever invented the alarm clock, there'd be no fucking snooze button.
Got it.
I tell you that right now. It wouldn't exist. Because it's 5 minutes. Get up. Get up.
This coming from someone who doesn't sleep.
No, I still sleep, but I know that if I'm supposed to be somewhere, I set my alarm to make sure I can accommodate that commitment.
Right. Yes, Lisa.
Samantha, that's what people do.
Duly noted.
But not cared about.
But cared about now.
But barely
as
cared
you
about
announce
now.
To our podcast audience.
They know. This is not the first time. This is not the first time.
Okay. Can we stop shaming me for 5 minutes and realize that you are officially copying my fashion?
I'm not. I made a decision first.
You bought the same shoes as me.
No. You had tried on the shoe. You had not made a commitment to the shoe.
As soon as I put it on my foot, the commitment was there. And that's when you said, can I try a size
I
too?
disagree. I feel that you had the shoe on and then you were still looking at other shoes.
I still wanted more. Like if there was going to be another good shoe because the shoes were on sale.
And I just decided, hey, I'm just curious. I'd like to try on the shoe too. Maybe I didn't even realize it was your shoe. And then it fit me really, really well.
You did. Yes.
After I did. I feel I made the final commitment because I said to the lady, I'll take it. And then you were like, I'll take it too.
No, I didn't. Oh my God.
I put it on and I'm like, oh, do they ever feel good? I'll take them.
Oh,
I was
my
that
God.
quick.
I had them on first. Do you want to remember that or not?
Yeah, but you weren't committing.
I was committing.
I didn't feel it was the
I was trying on another pair of different shoes in case I wanted 2 pair of shoes.
Well, I think your message got lost somewhere.
I did it now.
I tried on one pair and thought, bingo, I'll take them.
Yes, and look at us. We both walked out with the same
With
shoe.
the exact same shoe. We're gonna look
Uh-huh.
so cute together. Guess what though? Here's something. Okay, so it was a fun day. We got some shoes. Right? We're gonna be
You're actually horrible.
matchy.
When I'm looking for shoes, you're a little bit horrible
Why?
because you don't want that.
Oh, because I used to work in shoes,
You're
so I
gonna hurt
know.
your foot.
Like
It's gonna hurt, and
it
it's like
can
the
never be
cutest
broken
shoe.
in. It
It's
can never
gonna
be broken
hurt.
in. It can never be
You
broken in.
squashed my joy at every turn.
Well, or I could be a shitty friend and let you buy them knowing that tomorrow you're going to send me a text saying, I can't wear them because they're too hard. I know, because they can never be broken in.
I swear to God, you and my sister, you enjoy squashing my joy.
We're just being realistic, Samantha.
She tried to take away joy out of a t-shirt that I was buying and almost took away my plant joy.
Well,
She almost took away the moment of being a mom for me.
well, she has her reasons. Right? She has her reasons. Okay.
Fine, whatever.
Okay. But guess what?
What?
On CNN on Sunday night, you wouldn't know this because you don't get CNN.
No.
Dana Bash, so she's a political correspondent, she interviewed Barry Manilow. And guess what? I am a Fanilow.
Oh my God, is that
I'm
what
a
they call
total
themselves?
Fanilow. Yeah, that's what we call ourselves. Yeah. I am a total, right? Total. Oh, Mandy. Right?
He's
At the
like
Copa.
100 now, isn't
He's
he?
78 years old.
Wow.
And still looks as good as he ever did.
Well, that's what plastic surgery will do for you.
Right? Music and fashion was always the passion at the Copa.
Does he still
Copa.
sing?
Yeah, he's at Vegas. He's doing a residency.
Oh my God.
It's one of the biggest, it's one of the highest ranking residencies there. Hi, as if you're not going to go see Barry Manilow. Oh my God, if I ever go to Vegas, I'm going. I am a Fanilow. I was singing all of the songs. I know, you know all of them. You know every single song he's ever sang.
Well, of course, because he's
Right?
been around for a really long time.
And then I thought, as he was singing the song, I write the songs that make the whole world sing. I'm like, that's really a cocky song. It's a really, really cocky song, Barry. Good thing it worked out the way it did for you.
Good thing it really
Right?
worked.
Because it's I write the songs that make the whole world sing. I write of love and all the special things. And he's like, I am music and I write the songs. And I'm like, Barry, this is really cocky. This is really, really cocky.
Oh my
this
God,
song.
it's really
this song's
cocky.
It's got a lot of attitude behind. Not necessarily at 78, but
Uh-huh.
Barry Manilow in his 40s. That's an attitude-y song.
Huh. Okay.
Right?
Well, it's good that you watched the show and then realized you're a
loved it.
Fanwillow or Illo or whatever it's called.
Fanilow.
Fanilo. Because
one.
if you hadn't have watched that show, you wouldn't have realized you were a Barry Manilow fan.
I always knew that I loved Copacabana.
Okay. Everybody loves Coca.
Because what monster doesn't love that song? Right?
What monster doesn't love
monster?
Copacabana?
Her name was Lola. She was a
a
showgirl.
showgirl.
Who doesn't like, what monster has an issue with that song, right? Exactly. Right?
Who doesn't
Like,
love that?
Who doesn't love that? But
Who
all
doesn't?
the other hits too. Did you know he did I Am Stuck on Band-Aids? Because
I
Band-Aids
think
stuck
I
on
do
me.
that.
And he did Oscar Mayer Wieners.
Oh, so
He's
he
like
was
the
a
jingle
man.
king. Oh, he was a jingle man too. It was so crazy. But I am 100% a Fanilow, hook, line, and sinker.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, I'm there.
You do you.
I'm gonna do me. I would buy the yellow boa from his gift shop too.
Oh God, there's boas.
A yellow one because that's part of the Copacabana,
Got it.
right? Yeah.
Excellent.
So they
Okay.
sell it.
The Food Network.
Mm-hmm.
They're kicking off the barbecue shows, Lisa.
Oh my God, did you watch it? Did you watch Fire Masters?
I didn't watch that, but I do watch it.
Yeah. Well, it just started. See, the new episode started this week.
Okay.
So good.
So it
good.
must be summer. Like summer must be coming, even though we did just get snow. But whatever. I'm not going to tell you about the weather.
Did you not see the picture that I took of the groundhog outside of my window at work?
Is that the? I thought it was a rat.
No, it's a groundhog. It's a gopher.
It's a gopher. gopher.
It's a little gopher, and he just like sits outside of my window and eats the grass out there at my work. And then, right? And so I just like, if I could just open that window, I'd be like, I'm sure I'd be his best friend.
Oh my God, don't, because it's a wild animal. Hey,
I know, I can't. My window doesn't open that way, so
thank God.
It's okay.
For small miracles.
I know, right? But yes, there are hints of summer out there.
It's barbecue.
Barbecue, Samantha.
Have you barbecued yet? Have you done that? Have you broken open the barbecue?
No, not yet. You still gotta clean and prep it, right?
My parents, I've already barbecued.
But do they barbecue all year long?
No.
Mike cleans and preps it, right? So we don't rush into it yet.
No, there's no rushing.
We start each season off like cleaned and prepped.
Okay.
And then we're ready for it. But with that being said, we did watch the show. And you'll be happy to know I've been asked to be in the barbecue cook-off.
Which one?
Oh yeah, I don't know what the contest is called, but I'll be representing the Boom Baby Barbecue.
The Boom Baby Barbecue.
That branch of the bakery. The Boom Baby Barbecue branch.
The Boom Baby Barbecue branch.
Yeah, the Boom Baby Barbecue branch of the Boom Baby Bakery.
And cafe and DIY.
Yeah.
And
so many things.
God, there's a gardening patio.
Like,
a butcher.
It's a lot of things to many people. It's very inclusive, actually.
It is very inclusive.
It's very inclusive.
I really feel like that's the adult center that everybody needs in their life.
It totally is, right? It totally is. So yes, so I will. I'll definitely be. I'll be participating. Now the question is I need to find a new signature dish, right? And I don't normally go in the barbecue challenges.
No.
Don't get me wrong. I've always been a great barbecuer. But I usually don't go in the barbecue challenge.
Roll back that statement, please.
Okay, why?
You, in the history of the friendship that we have, I have never seen you barbecue.
Samantha, there are lots. Samantha, there are pictures of me holding tongs at a barbecue. that have been scattered throughout our Facebook group pictures.
No.
And there's one that says grilling time.
Yeah, you're not.
Right? You're lots of pictures.
You've never, okay. Every time we've gone to the lovely Gibson cabin, you have never once barbecued. You have made me figure out the barbecue, even though I'm terrified of blowing myself up.
But I'm on vacation then, that's why.
And so am I. I'm not your fucking servant.
You don't need to be, but you are a control freak, so you like to do it.
I'm not a control. Not when it comes to barbecues, I'm not.
You're a control freak when it comes to everything. Yes, you are.
And your husband does all the barbecuing. When's the last time you actually touched your barbecue?
Samantha, when was the last time you were asked to go into a barbecue contest?
That's why I'm questioning.
There'll be pictures.
They really picked the right person.
There'll be pictures.
Okay. Like real pictures?
Yeah, like real
not
ones.
Just your Bitmoji picture?
Well, I don't know whatever they decide to use. That's not up to me, right? That's somebody else. That's somebody else, but I'm sure there'll be pictures.
Okay, but so you don't have a signature dish?
I'm leaning towards kebabs.
A kebab.
I'm leaning towards a kebab. I was thinking a steak kebab. I was thinking steak, and then yellow pepper, red pepper, green pepper, onion. Right? That's where.
Oh my god!
That's where I was going, right? Okay. Yellow pepper, green pepper, yellow pepper, red pepper, green pepper, onion.
Oh my god!
Followed by another cube of steak, right?
Oh my god!
My challenge is that
okay,
right? Is that I would love to put a cherry tomato in there somewhere. I just don't know where it should fit. and whether or not sometimes the cherry tomatoes on the barbecue get too squishy, right?
Well, they get a little squishy and they can pop.
So at least the beauty with the yellow pepper, green pepper, red pepper concoction is that the peppers hold their shapes, right?
They do.
And then the onion just holds its shape too. Right?
Okay. Well, this ought to be interesting, Lisa.
So that's kind of where I'm headed. All right, as I'm leaning strongly towards kebabs with a side dish. You ready for this one? A basmati rice.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Right?
Lovely.
With kind of like a type of sauce. I'm thinking maybe like a balsamic-y type of sauce.
Well, what about a salad?
A reduction, perhaps.
A reduction.
Right? Non-cooking people don't use that word, Samantha. Right? They don't just throw around the word reduction.
Sometimes I think you just write things down so you can throw them into a conversation.
I got nothing. I got nothing written down.
Okay, well, don't forget when you're doing your kebabs to wet down your wooden sticks for your kebabs.
Well, you have to, right? Unless I use a metal skewer.
Oh, now you're gonna get all fancy.
Fancy, right? And put a little olive oil on the grill. Right? So, I don't know. Stay tuned.
Oh my God.
Stay tuned. And then I think I would call it like something like kebabs a la pepper or something like that. Right?
Yes, Lisa, that's so inventive. Kebabs a la pepper.
Kebabs a la peppers, right? Because that means like a la means kind of like with. Right?
Yes. Yeah.
Right. Something like that. Applause. The competition isn't quite yet, right? So it's still a few weeks away, but, that's what I'm leaning towards, Samantha.
Let us know how that goes, Lisa.
I will for sure.
Okay. Have you ever considered playing chess?
No. Why do I want to play a hard game?
Why would you?
Like, why is that fun? That's hard. No.
Because it can be challenging and it challenges your mind. And you say that you're very smart, like almost Mensa smart.
Yeah, well, because that runs in my family, right? My mama was a Mensa lady. So it's either me or my sister. And I'm going to think it's probably me first.
Oh my God.
Just saying. Okay, but no, because here's the thing. Why do I want to take on a challenging sport like chess when there's so many rules to it?
Well, there's lots of rules, and the rook goes here and the king goes here. Like, yeah, you can't jump, you can't do this, you can only go sideways.
Right, the queen does this, and the king does this, and the baby does this. Like, why are there so many pieces?
Because it's very interesting and it's challenging, and there's many moves to make. Did you ever watch that movie, The Queen's Gambit?
Yeah, I watched one episode. Remember, I couldn't get into it.
Seriously?
Yeah, I didn't get it. I didn't like it. I hated it.
It was so interesting.
I didn't care that she could play chess.
And was like chess.
And was like an addict of some sort.
Yes. Well, she turned into that. Yes, she did.
I get that it's a smart thinking person's game, but you know what? So is checkers, and checkers just seems a lot easier. Because a game should be enjoyable, right? What's fun about the chess?
Nothing is fun about the chess.
I don't think the chess is fun. I don't think the chess is very fun.
Checkers is way easier.
Like checkers is just right. And then what do? You either flip it over if it's a king, if you have a fancy set, or double them up. That's like the toughest move. And then it can go either way, right? If it's a king.
Are you talking about checkers?
Yeah, right? You know how like you go and when you get to their end, right, then you can go either direction?
Yes.
Have you played checkers before, Samantha?
No, you were talking about a king, and I'm like, there's no king in checkers.
Well, it's got a little crown on it. But he's got a little crown on it. The fancy sets have the guy's got a little crown.
Oh, I guess I've never played with the fancy sets.
Like with the wooden sets, not just the plastic sets, Samantha.
Got it. Yes.
All right. So no, I say thumbs down to chess. I think it's too smart for me. Too smart.
You've heard it here, folks.
Yeah, I think it is. It's too smart for me. It's too confusing. I don't want to play a confusing game.
Okay, then let's not.
Okay, I'm just saying. Saying. Okay, so you know how I'm always like trying to figure out my diet and what am I? What do I eat? Sometimes I'm vegan. Sometimes I'm just vegetarian. Sometimes I'm meataholic.
No,
it just depends.
You're not a vegetarian and you're not vegan.
Some days I am.
Occasionally you accidentally eat something.
Right?
That's vegan.
Like some days, remember I was vegan at one time.
That one
And
time.
2 times.
2 times. Yeah.
2 times.
Yeah.
And I'm sometimes like a meat eater, and sometimes I'm like a vegetable eater. Sometimes I'm a fruit eater, right?
Yes.
So what I've decided I am is I'm a flexitarianism. That's what I am. And that means that my diet of choice is flexible.
I'm a flexitarian.
I'm a flexitarianism. Because I want to be an ism too. Right? Veganism. Right? Vegetarianism. I want to be an ism.
What group are you? I'm part of the
Flexitarianism. Right? And if you're not sure what that means, it means that my diet of choice is flexible.
Got it.
Right? So I get along with everybody.
Yes, you do.
Right? So invite me to your party. Invite me to your next cookover because I'm flexible. Chances are I'll probably eat whatever's being served.
You would definitely be that person.
Right? So that's
Except
what I
if
am.
it was a mushroom or cottage cheese.
Then I probably won't, right?
And potentially an avocado.
And I will tap out of those few things, but for the most part, right?
But for everything else,
very flexible.
I'm super flexible.
Flexitarianism. Right? That's what I'm going to be the spokesperson for. The flexitarianism diet. Right?
So,
which just means just be flexible.
So there's no other guidelines.
Not really. No.
Be
just be flexible, right? That's all, right? Don't ruffle said feathers. Right? Because it doesn't matter.
Oh my God.
Right? So if I'm invited to a house party and they're all like vegans, that's fine. I'm flexible. It doesn't matter. I love cauliflower steak like the next guy. Right? And if it's all just vegetables, nothing wrong with eggplant, whatever. Right?
Oh my God.
Because I'm flexible.
Because you're flexible that way.
Yeah, I'm flexible that way. Like, do you have a preference? No, I'm flexitarianism. Right? It means I'm flexible.
Oh my God.
Yeah, something new for you. You maybe didn't know that about me.
No, I think this is definitely something new.
There you go. Glad you're welcome.
Oh my God.
You're welcome. I bet it applies to lots of people.
You know what? Listeners, does this apply to you?
Samantha,
Are you flexitarianism?
I bet you, Samantha, you have shades of flexitarianism in you. Right? You have some flexitarianism qualities in there, I think.
It's very possible.
Very possible. Just saying.
Oh dear.
Just saying.
Oh dear.
Just
okay,
saying.
so we passed Easter. You got through it. You had your ham, you had your turkey, you had your roast beef, you had your brisket, you had whatever you were going to have.
Whatever
folks.
people were going to eat, they ate.
The problem is there really isn't any good Easter specific dessert.
There's not a specific Easter dessert. It's like Christmas took them all, and most of them are bad too.
Well, and then Valentine's took a few because you know exactly what you're eating during Valentine's,
right? And
not that that's a holiday, but
right. And like Thanksgiving took a couple.
Yep.
But nobody left anything over for Easter.
No.
What's the Easter dessert? We're borrowing it from the other holidays.
Pie.
Yeah. So why doesn't Easter has no identity?
But it's not pumpkin pie because it's too late for pumpkin pie.
And that's too Thanksgiving-y.
It's too Christmassy.
And too Christmassy. Right?
Huh.
And so what is it? Is it apple pie? Is that what goes with Easter?
Well, we had a combination of apple pie and strawberry rhubarb pie.
Okay, and that just seems like, we just need a dessert.
We just had a pie.
We're having a pie.
There was no fancy cake involved.
There was no
fancy cake.
No, there was no, like, why can't Easter have a cake? Why is the carrot cake not the Easter dessert?
Oh my God, I was thinking the exact same thing.
Why is the carrot cake not the Easter dessert of choice?
Is it because it's a carrot and when we think carrots, we think bunnies?
I don't know, maybe. But it makes sense. Or a chocolate cake, because Easter's chocolate.
True.
Why is it why is a cake not worked into Easter?
Like, there is no Easter specific dessert.
No, there's not.
It is up for grabs.
It's up for grabs. Weird, eh? Huh.
I don't know about that,
Friends
folks.
of the podcast, let us know, what is your Easter dessert? I'm
Well,
looking for originals.
okay.
All right.
So for Facebook Tuesday, Lisa,
Oh, well, we know everybody hates cake.
everybody hates cake.
What a bunch of monsters. Yep, I said it. I said it. What a bunch of monsters kicking cake. What's cake? Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. I got issues. You gonna kick cake to the curb. Really? Did you kick cake to the curb when you were 5 and you had your birthday party? No, you loved cake then. Did you kick cake to the curb when it came with ice cream? No, we'll take sugary cake and sugary frozen ice cream. Walk me through that. Walk me through that thought process.
I know. And it's funny that they kicked pop to the curb too. And I'm like, oh, well, I guess
I
maybe as
kicked
an
pop.
adult, you know, like it's not something, it's not our go-to, or at least it's not my go-to.
It's not my go-to. Like, I could live without pop. Every now and then I like a glass of soda,
Yeah.
but I can live without it.
Yeah. Interesting though, hey? And then chocolate.
But cake. Yeah, and chocolate.
Chocolate?
But some people were getting around it. Some people had some good get-arounds, hey? And they
Well,
were
the
like,
cheesecake.
There was the cheesecake, and then somebody had put, I'm fine getting rid of chocolate as long as we can keep chocolate flavor. And I'm like,
Yeah.
ooh, smart.
Smart.
Right?
And then only one person, just one, picked potato chips. Was it Tanya? Oh, I'm going to say that name and I'm not sure. Don't at me if it wasn't you.
Right.
And I'm like, what?
Potato chips.
You picked a potato chip?
A potato chip, right?
Only one though.
I'm just trying. I don't remember who it was, but you're right. There was somebody who said
There's
no.
only one.
No, wasn't it? Was it Sandra? Was Sandra?
Oh, no, it might have been Sandra. Sorry,
Sandra
Tanya.
said she could live in a house
Yes.
free of chips.
House free.
Right? A house free of chips.
Yes,
exactly.
and I'm like, that is just wrong on so many levels.
Yeah. Like, I don't eat chips like all the time, but I don't want them gone.
No, I don't want them gone either.
Like, I don't want them gone.
I want the ability to eat a carrot cake when I want to.
Yeah, or a piece of or I don't know, it's somebody's birthday. I want to eat a piece of cake to celebrate.
That's actually a weird would it be my go-to?
A
That or
carrot cake?
that or vanilla, because I'm not about chocolate, so I could kick chocolate to the curb and I wouldn't care.
Yeah, you're not about chocolate.
No.
I like a good carrot cake. My mom used to make a delicious carrot cake. It was so good.
Mm.
Yeah, from scratch, right? So I enjoy a good carrot cake.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay,
interesting.
guys. Well, it was a good Facebook Tuesday. Thanks again for participating.
It was just a potpourri of food.
Potpourri. So guys, hey, invite your people to our group. And tell them they need to listen to us because we're fun, we're funny, we're relatable, we're quirky, we'll make you laugh at or with us. It's really hard to say.
Either way.
Either way. If you want to connect with us though, guys, Facebook, I Shake My Head with Lisa and Sam. Join the group. Instagram is I Shake My Head as well. Twitter is I_Shake My Head. And TikTok is I_Shake My Head. And we did a new TikTok on Monday. So go check that out.
Sam's becoming an old pro.
I'm an old pro. Yeah, that's exactly what I am.
And one day we're going to do When the Sun Goes
No,
Down.
we're never going to do that.
We're going to
okay?
try.
No. If you like what you hear, guys, you can go to patreon.com/I Shake My Head. For as little as $2 a month, you get an episode early, an extra episode every month, and there are no ads. And also, if you want some cool I Shake My Head swag, you can go to Threadless, which is ishakemyhead.threadless.com.
Samantha, the lovely people from Threadless sent us an email today asking if we would be willing to become a puzzle. And I said, yes, we will.
Yes, we want to be a puzzle.
And they do all the work. I'm like, sure. So stay tuned, friends of the podcast. We're going to be a puzzle soon.
Could they do the fuck it, I'll do better tomorrow as
I don't
a puzzle?
know. I have to find out.
Oh my God, that would be a good puzzle.
That would be a fun puzzle.
That would be a good puzzle.
Yeah, that'd be a fun puzzle.
Oh my God, I totally want to be a puzzle.
I want to be a puzzle, hey? That's just kicking it up a notch there.
That is totally kicking up a notch.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. And also, guys, we are part of the Podfix Network. You can listen to us there or at pod.link/ISMH. Now, we didn't go to Coachella.
We did not.
We are not the cool kids.
But you know who did go? At what Char wore.
Oh, did she go?
Yeah, she's there. She was there.
Oh, cool.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's our friends of the podcast. In case you're just listening, that's our new TikTok friend at What Char War.
It's what Char War.
I
Oh,
still call her Char.
yeah. Okay.
Right. So at What Char War,
Okay.
she was there with I think one of her daughters or two of her daughters
And her husband, I believe.
Oh, there you go. Right.
Yeah.
They were
So
there.
at Coachella, Harry Styles
Oh.
sang with Shania Twain.
I love that so much. Like I watched, like it was all over TikTok. I watched so much of it, and he is truly smitten by her.
Yes, and they wore matching sparkly outfits,
matching jumpsuits, jumpsuit and little go-go dress, right?
Oh my God, it's hilarious.
Yeah,
they did well. Like it went over really well.
Do we find I get that Harry Styles is really young. Do we find him quite striking?
I think
in a weird way.
Yeah, yes.
In a David Bowie kind of way.
Yes. He reminds
is today's
me,
David Bowie.
Yes, he's very much today's David Bowie. That's
right?
For me anyways.
Yeah.
But when he came out with his first album, I was like, dude, you can really sing.
Yeah, he can.
I was very impressed.
Yeah.
And then the second album came out and I was like, better, even better.
Yeah. So I quite enjoyed his performance, and I quite enjoyed Shania Twain kicking it up a gear. Right? For all of us old Canadian gals.
I was like, look at you. Look at Shania Twain being all cool and shit.
I know, right? It's like she's getting like revamped.
Hey, why not? Everyone else is.
Why not, right? Samantha, I have some disturbing news.
What?
So, you know how like every summer, right, the pigeons come and the pigeons stay and the pigeons come and the pigeons stay.
Yes.
And the woodpecker comes and he pecks on the pole.
Yes.
He's not here yet.
It's too cold.
You think so?
For sure.
Okay. I was like, why? But we've had some nice days.
No, but it's not his season yet.
It's coming.
I think that's more May, June.
I've been worried about him, right? Because I'm like, where is the woodpecker? Not that I want him to come back, because he drives me fucking crazy. but now I feel like, where'd he go? Why'd he leave us?
Now
right?
You're concerned for him.
Now I'm concerned for him and his little family, right? Where'd they go? Right? Why is he not here trying to get worms from the telephone pole?
Exactly, because it's not a tree, it's a telephone pole.
Yeah. And then, thank you. Good, I feel better. But now the problem is, like, all the snappies are all out, hey? Snappy geese.
Oh, the geese.
And they say there's too many snappies.
What?
Yeah, there's too many. There's way too many.
Why is there too many?
Because there's like thousands more than other years.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Are they they're repatriating?
I don't know. They say that the snappy geese have taken over.
Oh my God.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Some have decided they can't handle the US anymore. We got to come back.
Right? And I think they're bringing their friends, right? They're like, come on with us, right? Fair enough, right? I don't know. Maybe they sent a message out. Maybe they're bringing like the ones from the Ukraine over. I don't know. Like,
maybe.
Right? The Ukrainian Canadian geese. Maybe the ones that used to go there, right? You know how everybody migrates everywhere. Happens with the animals too.
They're going to start landing in the parks around the city. So
they already are. Like Mike and I were driving home from work the other day and we took the way down by the water.
Yeah.
There was snappy geese were everywhere. I'm like, ah. Right, because they give me a little rage, hey?
Well, you have to be careful of the snappy geese.
Right, because those guys think they're pretty tough things.
Yes, and you have to stare them down.
Yeah, I want nothing to do with them. I'm afraid I would kick them to death.
No, don't.
Well, I wouldn't. That's why I'm not going to go near them, right? And don't at me.
Oh my God, I feel like we had that conversation at some point already.
I'm sure we have. Okay, I got an idea for a new side hustle. I was reading about it.
Oh, good. Yay.
You want to make some extra cash?
Sure.
Okay, it's approximately $10,000 we can make.
To do what?
To just name people's babies. There is a side hustle. There's a lady, and she is an official name the baby namer, and she charges $10,000 to name to come up with the perfect name for your baby. And people are paying it.
Why?
When, like, is there not just like a bajillion names out there at our fingertips?
Yeah.
Why do I need somebody to come up with what they think will be my perfect baby name?
I don't know. That
But
seems...
people are paying her. And I'm like, we could do that. We could look at a baby. I think your perfect baby will be Hazel May. Let's call you that. I don't care. Why do I care what your name is?
Your baby is Fred.
Right. Doesn't matter to me. Apparently you're going to just pay me money because you're going to take me at my word.
Oh my God.
That I know what your baby should be called.
Your baby looks like a banana.
Ah, we got a new trend. Now
Banana pear.
Banana pear Smith. Banana pear Smith. $10,000, please. That seem weird?
That cannot be true.
Apparently it's true.
Oh.
Apparently it's true. It's like some trendy social media job.
Why do you need someone to name your kid?
Right? Just pick a name. Pick a goddamn name and name your baby.
They were talking about this on C95 because Shauna was saying that they waited until her two little people were born before they named them. But then there's these other people who like they get pregnant and all of a sudden, this is Steve. This is Steve in my belly. Say hi to Steve. It's like before the baby's even here, the kid's name is out. Everyone's calling it Steve or whatever. Yeah. And it's like, I don't know where I fall. Like if I ever had a kid, I don't think I would name it before I see it.
I mean, I get you're going to have some, like maybe a list.
For sure.
Of what you think your favorite names are.
But like, there are people who be like, no, this will be Steve or this will be Sarah or this will be...
And they stick with it.
Char.
Char. Right? And they stick with it.
Yes.
Weird.
It's odd.
I don't get that. I don't get that either. I don't get that. Yeah. That seems odd to me.
All right. I'm just saying, like, I'll do it. $10,000. I'll take it.
Yeah. Right. I'll even do it for $5. I'll do it for $5.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right.
We can that'd be our thing, right? We'll underscore her and then we'll get more people.
We would.
We can come up with names.
We're good with that.
I'm sure there's a Google name randomizer. Probably an app. Right? I'll just punch it in. Hey Siri, tell me the name. Right? You know.
Oh my God.
Just saying.
Okay, Lisa, on to bigger and better things.
All right.
Did you watch the first episode of The Kardashians?
I forgot it was on.
Oh my God. How much do you love them if you forgot
love them.
about them?
I know, but I forgot. I'm just new to loving them.
Get with the program.
I'm just new to them. I'm new to loving them.
I think you need to like get on it.
I will be on it. I
think you're a fake fan.
I'm not a fake fan. I don't want to be a fake fan.
No, I think you might be.
No, I want to like this show.
Then you need to go find the first episode. You need to watch it.
Did you like it? Did you like it?
I know I didn't watch it because I don't want to watch it.
Oh, do you just want me to watch it?
This is you. You
want to ride high on
the
my
Kardashians.
I am.
I think Chris is so smart.
She is so smart.
She is.
She's
but
brilliant.
then watch the damn show.
Okay, fine. I will be able to report back next week. Stay tuned, friends of the podcast. Be like that, Samantha. Go ahead. Just be like that. I'm watching a lot of other shows right now. You know, I got my J's on every single day.
Oh my God, fit it in.
Right? And I'm still dealing with This Is Us.
Maybe this is your replacement show. You could probably cry watching the Kardashians.
I don't know. It got me this week. Shauna Foster from C95, she put on her Instagram today, she alluded to the fact that she wasn't going to be able to cope with this week's This Is Us. So I messaged her saying, oh my God, how are we going to not cry every Tuesday? Like,
I don't understand why people would watch a show that just makes them cry every time.
But it's a happy cry though. Right? Like you just feel good. You feel good. Good. It's like
right.
It's like a cleanse. That's what it is. So, okay. So a lady that I work with, she's been in Arizona all winter.
Uh-huh.
She brought me back queso cheese ruffled chips. And were they ever good, Samantha?
They sound delightful, but queso's hot.
I know it is, but it's a nice hot. It's not a out to get you type of hot.
It's not.
Mm-mm. It's not out to get you. It's just out to let you know it's hot. It's
So
a friendly reminder.
it's not numbing your tongue then?
Nope.
Is that
Nope.
what you're saying?
Nope. And it's not making you stop eating the chips.
Oh.
Right? Were they ever good? So I thought I'd share that with you, right? Because I know you're like a chip girl.
I love a good chip, but I still don't like anything that makes
I
my
thought you might
mouth
like that.
warm. So, yeah, anything that makes my mouth warm, not excited about that. All right, Lisa, I need to know, why have people abandoned the selfie stick? But yet we are still taking selfies.
Makes no sense to me. Because you know what? We could have used the selfie stick the other day when we were doing the TikTok.
That's true.
Right?
Where was your selfie stick?
It's in my drawer because I've abandoned it. Right? Did they not become cool?
Well, because maybe it's not cool to like have your arm sticking out with a thing.
I don't know, but they were like all the rage.
They were all the rage.
And made selfies a whole lot easier.
It did, and some of them came with fancy little ring lights, so it made you look pretty.
Oh, I don't know anything about that. I think ours is just a run of the mill.
It is a run of the mill.
I think ours is just a holder. Really, it's a phone holder.
It's a phone holder.
I think that's all ours. I think we were too cheap to buy the expensive one.
And it's heavy. So
It's heavy. It's really heavy, right? But phones are heavy again.
That's true. Yes, that is
Right?
very, very true.
Like, remember we went through a spell where phones were really light?
And small. They got
small.
smaller again.
Then now they're big and heavy again.
Now they're big.
God, what are we gonna do? I don't know. I don't think the cool kids are using the selfie stick.
I guess you're going to have to use your arm then, Lisa.
I guess so. I think it's gone, Samantha. I think it's gone.
I think so. But what isn't gone is, guess who's got questions? Lisa's got questions. It's Lisa's Question Corner.
All right, Samantha. I'm taking it easy on you this week. I got 2 questions for you.
Okay.
Number 1, okay? It's like a question. It still is a question, I guess. What do you think a gopher's house looks like? Like, what do you think, like, when they go down that little hole, what do you think that is all like down there?
Dark.
Yeah.
Dirt.
But do you think that they, like, hey, you know how, like, we have our homes, right? Like, do you think that they have, like, little areas where it's like, oh, we go over here now, we go over here now? We like to sleep over here?
You think that they have tunneled several holes and they've got little...
Yes.
This is the living room. This is my bedroom. This is the kitchen.
Well, why would we only think that we do that? Why couldn't they have done that too?
That's very, very true.
Right? Like, why couldn't they also have, like, they have way more space than us, right? Because they have the whole ground.
True. They've
Right?
got a lot to work with.
Yeah, or like, how do they know that this is their hole? Because I believe that each gopher has their own hole.
That
I don't
maybe
think-
all the holes connect to everybody, though. That
I
would
don't
be
know.
radical.
That'd
That's
be
like
the 70s.
that's the 70s. It's
the
like
70s.
living on a commune, right?
On a commune, right? Do you think maybe gophers are very communal that way,
I think they're communal.
right? So it's like it's all everybody's home.
It very well could be, yes.
They're kind of like the sister wives or something,
Potentially.
right? Maybe that's what they're like. Okay. I was just curious. I was curious about that, right? Because I just always think, like, how do I know that gopher outside of my window at work that goes down that hole, how do I know that that's the same gopher? I wish I could tag them,
I don't know.
right? Because it could be any gopher going down any hole.
It could be.
And then I was just like, okay, well, what happens if that's not your hole? Dude, why are you in my home?
Because it's communal and it don't matter.
Doesn't matter. Second question.
All right.
Why do we sneeze?
I don't know.
It's a tough one, hey?
I don't know. Because why do we cough?
Because when you think about sneezing, right, people will be like, oh, well, we sneeze when it's dusty. Or if we have a cold. So you can't, it's like,
It's like something is tingling in your nose.
I guess, right?
Uh-huh.
Like I was sneezing the other night, and I got my famous, like, seven sneeze, right?
Yes, you do.
Right, I like my dad, right? We have, like, 1 sneeze leads to 7
Yes.
without fail, right? And
This
I'm
is
like,
true.
why do I sneeze? And I don't think I was just sitting watching TV. I don't think anything tickled my nose. All of a sudden, it was just a sneeze, and I'm like, what the hell?
I have no idea. I don't know why we sneeze. That's a good one, Lisa.
Friends of the podcast, anybody know why we sneeze?
Please share.
Yeah. Sometimes Adam shares. Dear Adam, Andrea, there's a group of you who like to share your we know more than Lisa and Sam knowledge.
Yes, please.
Which I appreciate. That's all I got. Just 2 quick questions. That's all I got for you this week.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that was good for me.
Yeah, you were of no help again.
I don't think I go into those conversations thinking I might actually know it.
That's good. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay. You should lower your expectations.
Well, they're not that high. They're not that high, to be honest.
All right. Enough bashing me.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay. So my sister and her husband came down and they have a fancy new SUV Cadillac car thing. Yes, it's very fancy. Don't ask me the name. I don't know it.
That screams, I'm doing well.
Yeah. So it is, I was like, okay, we need to try this car. Like, I need to see how it rolls. So we took it out on Good Friday.
What color is it?
It's black.
Okay.
And Michelle's like, oh, where's my key? Oh, it's in my wallet. It's fine. And I'm like, well, take it out of your wallet. You're going to need your key to start your car, right? And we walk up to the vehicle. She presses she puts her hand on the door handle.
Yeah.
And it opens the door.
How does it know it's her hand?
Because of the key that is with her. It knows that it's her. And I'm like, oh my God. Wow. Is your car magical?
Sounds magical.
It's like, what the hell? And then she just pressed a button to start it. I'm like, what is this magic?
That is fancy.
And then the steering wheel came down. It was like, and I'm like, what is this car? It was doing all kinds of crazy shit.
Really?
And I'm like, what kind of car did you buy?
Holy. But now the only crazy thing though is what happens if something goes wrong in that car?
Oh, I think it's a lot of money.
I think it's a big fix.
No, but it's under warranty for a really long time, so that's good. Yeah.
Good.
So, but what's also really weird is when we were walking away from the car when we got to the shopping mall.
Like, does it say, bye, Michelle?
No, almost.
Oh, okay.
We got out of the car, we took a few steps, and all of a sudden it went bloop, bloop, and it locked itself.
Really?
And I'm looking at the car. I'm looking at Michelle, and I'm like, that's magic.
Like it just knew it needed to lock.
It knew it needed to lock.
Wow.
I'm like, what is this?
Is that AI? Is that artificial intelligence?
I don't know. Maybe.
That's like, she's like part of the Jetsons almost.
Yes.
Eh?
Oh, it's pretty close.
Right?
Pretty close.
Michelle Belesny. Dun, 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 dun. Right? She's a Jetson.
She is a Jetson.
Your sister's a Jetson. That's cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It's a nice car.
That's pretty darn cool, Samantha. That's too fancy for me.
Yeah.
Right? That's not the type of vehicle that you get like a Big Mac to go in.
I don't think you eat in this car. Like, I wouldn't recommend it.
No, right?
Because God knows you'd feel horrible if you spilled anything.
Yeah, right? Oh my goodness, that would be horrible. That's cool though. That's super cool.
It is cool.
That's one day you never know, right?
One day.
You just never know. You know what I was thinking the other day? I was thinking a little bit about the war.
Oh, okay.
In the Ukraine. And, I don't know. I was just thinking that, like that Russia, right? They're doing so much damage, right? Like just destroying, just pummeling. So even when the war ends or whatever that looks like or whatever, then all of a sudden the Ukraine has to repair and rebuild its whole entire country, right? Because it's just been destroyed.
True.
Okay. So why doesn't Russia got to pay for that damage? It's like if I hit your car, I got to pay for that.
Yeah.
Because I hurt your car. So if you hurt my country, shouldn't you have to pay for that?
Oh, that's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money, right? But somebody's got to pay for it. That country's got to get rebuilt.
Somehow I think those rules are not in play and have never been in play. Like, if you invade my country and then you leave it and are not successful, you have to pay the damages.
But maybe, right? You don't get your damage deposit back for starting the war, right? Like maybe that's the thing, right? Before Russia declares war on the Ukraine, here's my damage deposit. And guess what? Putin, you're not getting it back.
Yeah, you've left a mess.
Right? We're taking that $1 billion deposit and we're going to put it towards cleaning up the mess you've made.
Right.
Right? Are you happy now? Now you don't get your damage deposit back, jackass.
It's actually a really good. It's a good way to deter people from like storming a country.
Maybe it would make them think twice. Like, oh shit, that is going to be a big bill, right? Or it's been going on for like 2 months now. Maybe now Putin should be instead of sit at your big long fancy table, and maybe you should be like, I should do some thinking here. This is whenever my accountant says this bill's getting hefty.
Right?
Maybe we need to. Maybe we better halt. We made our point.
Yes.
We made a mess. Now we're backing out because our damage deposit is being withheld.
Huh.
Right?
Lisa, women should rule the world.
They should, right? Because that was what we would do. And then what would we do? We would say, here are your bulldozers and here are your people. Clean this goddamn mess up. You go do this in your own country. You don't come. Why did you go to our neighbor's house and make a mess?
Right? It is kind of going to your neighbor's house and making
right? Why did you make a mess at your neighbor's? Right? You make a mess at your home. That's one thing because you pay the price. You don't go to your neighbors and make a mess.
No, I don't think so.
I'm just saying. That's what's been keeping me up at night. Trying to think of how Russia can pay for that. Right? That's all.
They should start thinking about that.
Right? They got to put their thinking caps on. Okay, another thing I've been thinking about, Samantha, because it is barbecue summer season coming up, right? Which means burgers. Burgers. Tell me 2 items, Samantha, that can never go on your burger.
Jalapenos and can't. No, I pretty much like everything except for jalapenos.
Really?
And pineapple, because I still don't believe sweet and savory belong together, so I would have to say no.
So you don't love a teriyaki?
No.
No. I love a teriyaki.
Yes.
So you would say no jalapenos, no pineapple.
Right.
I would say no avocado, no mushrooms.
You are a monster.
I don't understand that avocado.
I love a good avocado burger. I put that on my burgers.
I know, and I don't understand it. I'm just saying.
And I love mushrooms.
Those are my items that can never go on a burger.
God, how are we friends again?
It's hard. It's a good question.
It's tough.
It's a good question.
It's tough.
It's really tough. It's not easy. It's not easy, Samantha. Right? Just saying.
Okay, so there's a few celebs in their 60s now, Lisa.
Oh.
Tom Cruise, Demi Moore, Sheryl Crow, and Ralph Macchio.
Really?
Yeah, they're in their 60s.
They're all in their 60s.
How do you think we're doing?
Well, no offense, but I don't think we're Sheryl Crow. I don't think we're doing like Sheryl Crow or Demi Moore.
No.
I don't think we're doing that good if that's where our bar is. I don't think we're there. I don't think we're doing that. I don't think we're doing that darn good.
No, I think Sheryl Crow, I don't know if she's had work done, but I know Demi Moore has, so.
Demi Moore has, but Sheryl, they're both beautiful.
Yes.
Right? Not to say we're not like, who's a pretty girl? Right? We're pretty girls.
We're pretty girls. But I don't know if we're Sheryl Crow and Demi Moore pretty girls. Yeah.
I don't know if we're that.
Are we more critical of women than men? Because Tom Cruise is the same age, and so is Ralph Macchio. Like, they're older guys. Like,
yeah, but Ralph Macchio hasn't aged. He looks the exact same as he did in The Karate Kid.
He has aged.
He has not aged. He has
just
not
looks
aged.
good because he has all his hair still.
Well, that's a big selling feature, right? Right? It's a big selling feature. And Tom Cruise still looks good.
Well, he's faring well as well, yes.
Nothing
to snake. Oh, and his big movie's coming out. Top Gun 2.
Oh, we're gonna talk about that later. In a later date. I can't even wrap my brain around the fact that needed to take place.
I think it's getting rave reviews, actually.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't know. Time will tell. I don't know. I'm sure we're tougher on women.
For sure we are, and I don't think we should be.
Because
why
men,
do women
it doesn't
have
matter.
to?
Right?
Why do women have to look young?
Right? Men can go gray. Men can go bald. Men can get fat.
Women can do neither of any of those things.
Any of those three things. We can't do any of those things, right?
Without getting totally taken apart and criticized.
Exactly. Yeah.
Seems
You
wrong.
know. Yeah, it does. You're right. Double standard, double standard, double
Okay,
standard.
so I have gray hair.
Always you do.
Leave me alone.
No. Well, either go gray or don't go gray. Make up your mind. That's the difference, Samantha. You have gray hair because you're too lazy to go get it colored.
I have to go get it colored.
Right? Because that's the difference, right?
Fine.
Old Sam never used to be like this.
Ugh.
You never, ever, ever. All you got to do is sit there.
True.
You're not doing the work.
Sit there like a pretty girl.
Right? But, get your hair colored, Samantha. Or go all gray and pull it off.
No.
No. You're not prepared to go there.
I am not prepared.
I'm not prepared. How do we feel about grapes?
They're delicious,
So,
but expensive.
yeah, but you know what? When you get, like, I buy the kind of the medium-sized platters of fruit, right? Prepared by others, because I love my fruit.
Uh-huh.
And they throw the grapes in there.
Yes.
Oh, that's the best grapes right there.
But don't you find that sometimes the grapes that they put in there are squishy and gross?
No, never. I find that they're the best. I feel that they're the perfect grape.
Huh.
I feel that they are outdoing themselves with grapes. Actually. It's like, I would like a grape platter, please.
Oh my God, seriously?
Yeah, both the green ones and the purple ones. They're good. They're big and juicy. They're perfect. And that's not just once or twice. That's all the time I'm finding.
Okay.
All the time. And I'm like, what is that about? Why are these grapes so kick-ass in my fruit prepared by others?
Fruit prepared by others, yes.
Right? So, but you love grapes, but they are expensive, hey?
Uh-huh. They
I
are.
remember
Everything's expensive.
I remember years ago buying groceries and just picking up a thing of grapes. I was only getting grapes. And I went up and I put them on the thing and the cashier said that they were $14.95. And I'm like, for grapes? I still bought them because it would be embarrassing not to have.
Exactly.
But I couldn't believe. And I remember saying to Mike, no more grapes. Don't just randomly, don't just put, if your wife puts grapes on the grocery list, you know not to buy them. Right? Because I don't know the prices. I'm just putting things down that I like. I don't know I don't see the prices. I don't know the prices. You don't buy those when they're $15 for the grapes.
No, you do not.
You don't pay $15 for
no,
grapes.
No, you do not.
That's how I feel about grapes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Okay, it's time for Lisa. It's things you want to know. All right, Lisa, it's fun facts about woodpecker.
Aw, because I'm missing my woodpecker?
I think so.
Okay. I can't
All
wait.
right. Apparently, they have super long tongues.
Look out, Gene Simmons.
Uh-huh.
Huh. Better
to grab those insects in the holes.
Oh, right. Eh? Makes sense.
They are made to cling to trees. They have strong tail feathers and 2 back toes.
Who knew? So when they're on my telephone pole, he's good. He's got this.
He's totally got it.
He's got it. Okay, good to know.
Maybe this is why you're concerned about them, because woodpeckers are perfectionists. Perhaps you see yourself in a woodpecker.
Maybe I do, right? Maybe I do.
They're only concerned with making perfect holes.
Oh, so they're busy, hey? So
they're very busy.
That hole's not good enough. I got to do a better hole.
Right.
Okay.
And they like to make music.
Oh, yeah.
As they on the wood.
Oh, yeah.
It's to attract mates, stake their territory, and exercise.
I believe that when I listen to his little beak jackhammer onto that post, I can hear the different songs that he's singing, that he's doing. In my mind, I can hear the songs. Right? I'm like, oh yeah, okay. He's singing "Safety Dance" by Men Without Hats from the 80s.
Oh
right?
my God, of course. Safety Dance, you're on a telephone pole.
Right, you're on a telephone pole. The woodpecker is pecking away at the tune of your song. Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. And the last thing is they have furry noses to keep out splinters and dust.
Oh, isn't that interesting? I did not know that. Thank
It
you,
is
Samantha.
very interesting.
Thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome, Lisa.
Cool.
All right. What's making you shake your head this week?
Okay, well, it happened today, right? So I got an ow on my finger. I got a cut because I was starting a new tinfoil. And, dear tinfoil teeth, do we need to be as sharp as what you are? Like, cause you know what? We actually have the ability to tear the tinfoil without teeth.
Yes.
It's not that hard to tear.
No, it's not.
Why do they have to put steel razor blade sharp teeth on it?
I don't know.
Right? Have you ever cut yourself on the tinfoil
Yes,
teeth?
all the time.
Hurts like a son of a bitch.
Yes.
And it bled and it bled and it bled. You'd probably get infected because it's from dirty old tin. Right? And that's all I thought was, why are these teeth so sharp?
Exactly.
Like, why? You can tear tinfoil with your bare hands and it's no big deal.
Huh.
Yeah. I was mad.
Tinfoil teeth, get out.
Yeah, I was shaking my head at tinfoil teeth. Yeah. What about you? What are you shaking your head at this week?
The wet snow the other day.
Oh, yeah. Hey, and today.
It was nasty, nasty, nasty.
So bad, so bad.
I came out of work and I was like, I got into my car and I'm like, why do I feel like I just took a shower?
I know, it was gross.
I'm like, I'm done. I'm over it. And then I keep hearing, don't be upset with the snow. We need the precipitation. This is really going to help the farmers. Stop telling me how to feel about snow in April.
Fair enough, right?
I'm done.
Exactly, right?
I'm over it.
And that day, were you wearing no socks?
No, I was in a boot. I was in a boot.
I wore our new shoes on the day of the snowstorm.
You're dumb.
With no sock, because I'm like, screw it, right? It's spring.
I saw a girl in a flip-flop today, and I'm like,
no.
Can we just be... I get that there's snow and we're all not happy, but please be seasonally appropriate with your footwear.
I put my boots back on today. Boots back on, socks back on. But I'm still not doing mitts in April. I'm not doing it.
I had to wear mitts today because I had to clean off my car.
No, I refuse. I don't care. I'm not doing mitts in April. So yeah, I agree, right? Stop telling us how to feel about the weather.
Stop it.
Uh-huh.
All right.
One, Samantha.
Thank you. We want your feedback, guys, and what we talk about. So send your comments to ismhead@gmail.com. You might just find it being mentioned during one of our episodes. It's just, let us know if you have an I Shake My Head. Let us know if you want us to talk about something. Communicate. That's what we're asking for, some communication.
Right? Just reach out.
Just reach out.
Like Tina always sends us good ideas for like Facebook Tuesdays.
Well, that's the last one that we did, wasn't it?
Yeah, right. Haley sent you some good ideas that you have to use for Would You Rather Wednesdays.
Yes.
Right. So yes, right. That's what we want. We want ideas.
Bring it. All right. That's it, Lisa. That's all I got.
We're done.
I would like to say thank you to John. He is the best kept secret in podcasting. Stop shaking your head.
COVID or not. He like the mailman, just kept on going.
He did.
I know.
He would work and then he would sleep and then he would work and then he would sleep.
What a trooper.
He is a trooper.
He's a trooper. Battled that COVID. Took his... Okay, enough. I'm glad that he's doing well, though.
Yes.
And that's sincere.
And he is the best kept secret in podcasting.
Okay. Right? And his favorite food is tapioca pudding and da-da-da, and da-da-da, right?
Okay, Lisa.
I'm just saying. All right, Samantha. I kind of got you there. Got a little zinger. All right, Samantha, it's time to say toodles.
Oh my God, don't.
And Samantha, anything else to add this week?
Nope.
All right, always a pleasure.
It should be.
This has been a transmission of the Podfix Network. For more about this show and other great Podfix programs, go to podfixnetwork.com.